sink.
All right, folks, it's about 100 degrees outside, and you guys know what that means. It's a beautiful day to make another bad decision, which we did. I'll explain to you the scenario, right? We get offered a lot of free stuff. It's kind of awesome, but a lot of times it's kind of not awesome. So anyway, somebody in the neighborhood that I went to school with offered me a free boat, and I was like, all right, this thing's probably junk. They sent like one picture. I was like, it actually looks kind of nice. They said it's a whaler. All right, I'll come look. It's right down the road. Riley and I went to look at it, and we were so baffled by the fact that it was not what we were expecting that we like forgot to film the entire thing. We were just like interested looking at the boat, like, because we're boat guys. So, and here is the boat, 13-foot Boston whaler. I'll say it's like a 15-footer. You know what I mean? It's good from afar, but far from good for a couple reasons. But the price was right, so I'm not that worried about it. Boston whaler, I think it's a 1964 or 5 or something like that. I don't really know much about whalers. A lot of people are big into whalers. They have like a cult following. If you guys remember the other video that involved a Boston whaler, it didn't fare too well with us because we cut it in half with an auger and then put it into a dumpster. But this boat, I actually like a little more. It's not so bad, and I think that somebody actually put some time into this boat at some point relatively recently. Like, I can tell it's got new topside paint. You know, obviously the wood has been refinished since 1960, whatever. It's got like brand new steering helm in it. It's got an Amazon switch panel. It's got a kind of a cute little console thing going on right there. And it's not near as waterlogged as I was thinking. So the big issue with Boston whalers is that they're filled with styrofoam. And their whole shtick is that they're the unsinkable legend. That's their tagline, which means like, you know, you can cut them in half, you can shoot a hole through them, you can do whatever, and it will not sink. Kind of. So what they mean by that is like, it will probably not end up on the very bottom. If the thing does go down, you will probably have something to hold on to. But the double-edged sword is that since they're filled with styrofoam, when they get this old, the styrofoam tends to soak up the water, and then the boats become ridiculously heavy. They sit low in the water, they won't plane out, and it kind of is the death of most Boston whalers. That was the problem with this one in particular. Guy said that he got it, it was waterlogged, and it wouldn't plane out. He had a 25 horsepower on it. Like, he just was tired of messing with it because it was too heavy. It was weighed 3 times what it should. But now you can pick the boat up actually. But the reason for that is that he drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom and let it sit in his garage for like a year, which, another double-edged sword, because it did kind of solve the problem a little bit. Like, it is a lot lighter than it was, but it now has a bunch of 1/4-20 holes in the bottom of it that we have to fix before we take it out. It actually came with a trailer and a title for the boat and the trailer, which is shocking for a free boat. That's why I usually don't take free boats, is because they generally don't come with titles for trailers or the boat. Trailer is custom, I can only assume. As you can see, there's some nice custom work. It looks like a boat that I may already own. Spacers here held in with the nuts that are just kind of squished in there. It does have a tongue jack, which is really nice. A lot of free things don't. It does have a nice new winch. It's upside down and backwards, but that's fine. It still works. We got some double nut action here on the tongue, and I'm not hating at all. All I'm saying is that this boat is right up my alley, all right? And look, it's even got like new tires. So like it's shockingly good. And the boat is also shockingly good for what it is. I'll show you a little bit inside the boat here. Inside we have some fiberglass repairs. Looks like somebody was, I don't know, trying to get it nice enough to be restored or something like that. I can see fairing compound. Whoever was messing with this thing was going for a perfect boat, which is the opposite of me. I go for running boats for the least amount of money generally. I'm not really loyal to one brand. I'm loyal to whatever's gonna start in the morning. Somebody got a little crazy with a grinder in certain spots and never really fixed it, but luckily none of these things bother me even one little bit. I think the first step is gonna be to flip this thing over or tip it up on its side, identify all the holes, patch those, then try to find an engine for this boat, which I think we will have laying around in the yard. One other little detail about this thing though, is that these old ones have a rounded transom. So if you see this, it's like round, which is weird. But that also means that modern engines will not just bolt up to it. They'll crack that transom. I don't know how older engines were different and fit this and new ones don't, but it did actually come with this kind of awesome engine mounting plate. So we should be able to mount an engine to this thing without having to like completely reconstruct the thing. I think I have the perfect engine for this boat sitting around in the yard. So John's son, whose name is also Luke, lives up in Maine, and he called me one day and he's like, hey man, there's an outboard in a dumpster. Do you want me to take it for you? And I said, yeah, dude, of course, obviously. He grabbed it for us, brought it back down here when he came back to visit, and here we have a Honda 40 horse, 4-stroke with 20-inch shaft, Riley? All right, so it should be about right. I know that people like to put 2-strokes on the whalers because you get a little more power to weight ratio, a little better, but we don't really have an option, honestly. This is kind of the best bet I think we have. So I think that we're gonna try to get this thing mounted on the whaler and fire up and take the whaler out today by the end of the day. I'm hoping that we can make that happen. I don't really know much about this engine except for it was in a dumpster. I think the trim pump is broken, but I think that it runs, but I think it also has like 5,000 hours or something ridiculous on it. Like it was on a lobster skiff in Maine. I think that they were just done messing with it because they probably fixed it a million times. One man's trash is another man's trash that we're gonna use. I think we're gonna see what John thinks about the whaler because we're always dragging home all kinds of junk. And John's a man of few words, but you can kind of tell, you can kind of get his vibe, you know, from few words. So we're gonna see. This is the marina office, by the way. It's the only spot in the entire area that has any kind of air conditioning. You know it's hot because John doesn't really believe in air conditioning, but you gotta come check this whaler out, man. You've seen all my other junk that I drag back, or is it too hot and you just want to stay here?
What are you gonna do about the holes in the bottom of it?
I think for the holes in the bottom, we're going to figure that out when we identify how many holes are in the bottom. Best case scenario, we could put fiberglass. Worst case scenario, we can put window caulk in there. I mean, it's a whaler, right? The unsinkable legend. We could definitely show you guys some quick and dirty tricks to get a boat floating. The beauty of this boat is it's like small and manageable enough that, you know, worst case, you just take it to the dump and it's free to get rid of. It's not been parked here very long and there is water dripping out of the many holes that were drilled in the bottom.
We should just leave it here and come back next summer.
There's another puddle down there from...
Well, first of all, that's a patch.
Is it a patch or
Oh, that's a patch that's delaminating, because that's epoxy. That's not even polyester.
So it's a poly hull, but they
use
a fairly large patch.
Oh yeah, because I see it back here.
The bow's a little tore up.
what year is this boat?
Like 67
60 something. Oh, wow.
Where was it? Right there. I can see an 1/8 of an inch of filler right there.
Up underneath of here, I actually didn't notice this before, but that is pretty tore up. That's a very large hole up in there. John had a whaler, a 17.
Yeah.
And it was a really good boat, but the same thing happened. It was the same era, and it eventually just kind of like came apart. It really was like the thing just decomposed. You guys can actually check that boat out. I bought it originally, and then I sold it to Wayne, the boat guy, who's got a YouTube channel in town here, and he used it for a long time and then sold it again. But that's a fair amount of damage on here. I don't know that I'd go putting a whole lot of time, money, or effort into this boat. I think the first step, we'll get it over here, maybe we'll move the skid steer. I bet we could just flip it upside down. That's probably gonna be the best bet, don't you think?
Flip it upside down, or
we could put it, we could put it in the gantry.
If we pick just the nose straight, if it even has enough strength to pick it straight up.
Yeah, well, you mean under the gantry?
Yeah.
If you want to do real work to it, the easiest way is to flip it.
We could pick it up, push it over, and put a board in there, and then the bottom would be like that. See, with a free boat, you could either go one of two ways with your thinking. You could think, well, I didn't spend any money on the boat, so I'm gonna put a little more effort into it. Or you could think, I didn't have any money to begin with. I got a boat for free. How do I get this thing on the water for the least amount of money possible? And that's the situation I've found myself in more often than not. So we're gonna go that route. And by reading the comments, I think there's lots of you guys that probably also had the same thought. So we'll show you how we would get a boat quick and dirty on the water.
Oh, don't please don't open that.
Is it the freezer?
Oh my God. Free bait.
Yep. Oh, it wasn't free. I still paid for it. Smells like money, baby. I just want to let you guys know, today is one of the hottest days of the entire year. It is 12:05 right now, and the heat index is 107, and it's only supposed to get a little bit hotter. We picked an awesome day to do this. This is insane. I do not suggest to try this at home. We have it flipped over. We're assessing the damage, and it's not awesome. This is pretty tore up, and it's pretty clear that somebody glassed over this, and then the glass that they put on it delaminated, and that's what this is. But as you can see, they tried to fiberglass to bottom paint, so they didn't even get it to bare glass before they put more glass over it, which basically gives this thing zero chance of adhering. And as you can see, it's just falling off. And this mat is like terrible. It's not even wet. Like it clearly didn't even soak up any resin. There's also lots of blisters. So fiberglass basically will blister after a while. So I don't know if you guys can even see this, but there's a giant hump in the hull here. It's like probably a 1/4 inch tall. Just various other holes and things like that. They at least circled the holes that they drilled, which is great, but it definitely makes a lot of sense as to why this boat was the price that it was, because can you see the glass just moving? I mean, this whole section of the hull is like delaminated and then patched. This could be Wayne the boat guy's new whaler, I don't know. Yeah, this thing is in rough shape, which makes it the perfect boat for Riley and I. I had the thought to like try to use it like as a little crab skiff to dip crabs on the off pilings or something like that. Like maybe we could actually do something useful. I don't know, but after assessing the damage, this thing is in pretty rough shape. So I think we're just gonna literally get it patched together, put like the least amount of effort we can into it to just try to get it out on the water and see if it's worth fixing, because I don't wanna spend a bunch of time to like do all this like the right way and then it's just literally strips of glass are falling off, which looks like there's potential for. We at least got to get it running though. We at least got to take it out today. It's freaking 109 degrees outside. I think we're gonna go quick and dirty. Don't try this at home. Unsinkable legend. We're probably gonna find out today. I think I'm just gonna mix up some thickened epoxy. The thing about epoxy is that the hotter it is, the faster it kicks. Today, it doesn't get much hotter. You gotta be pretty quick with it. It's a 1-to-1, so you mix 1 pump to 1 pump, generally. And we're gonna mix in some of this really good stuff. This is called Cabasil. It's not left over from our Pablo Escobar video, I promise, but it sure looks like it could be. Make sure you get it all over yourself when it's super hot out, because your pores are gonna be open, and that will ensure that you're itchy for the next week and a half. This is just a cake bag from the bakery. You can put your fiberglass in there and squirt it out. Pretty small. This is barely worth the fiberglass, as far as I can tell so far. We may get it out and be like, this is the best boat in the world, but I don't know. We're gonna... Oh good, that one's full of water. Oh my gosh, there's so much water coming out of this because it's so hot out that it's expanding, the air and everything's expanding inside. It's like pushing water out of all the freaking holes. So it's making it that much harder to actually patch them. Fair it out with a rock a little bit. I feel like this is gonna be the stupidest video we've ever made.
Is there any point to you sleeping in a duck blind?
See, that's different. This is just dumb. Yeah, this thing is in bad shape.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, so I think we have a little bit of a change in plans here. So this boat is in a lot worse shape than I thought, and it's also...
Are you the whaler?
Yes, it's also 108 degrees outside. Instead of trying to turn it into a legitimate boat and put a 40 horsepower on it, I'm thinking that we may want to test the theory that whalers are actually unsinkable.
Oh my God, are we gonna sink a boat today?
That's not exactly the plan, but I am thinking that maybe we'll flip this boat back over and put it in the water and put another free motor that we have on it and maybe fill it full of water and ice and, you know, cruise around in a nice cool bath to beat the heat today.
Works for me.
All right, well, you want to get a bathing suit and maybe swing by Angel's and pick up a few drinks for us?
Sounds good.
All right, bye.
I'll see you. Bye.
I'm a big believer that to make it, you got to learn how to pivot and adapt. After assessing the bottom of the boat and assessing the fact that it's so stinking hot outside and assessing the fact that this is the only day I have off crabbing for the foreseeable future, I think we're gonna try to enjoy ourselves a little bit more, have a little bit more fun today. So also the fact that this thing is made out of styrofoam, I think means that it's probably gonna hold ice pretty well. And I'm also just super excited that I actually have a working ice machine. Knock on wood, has been working for the last couple weeks. So I think we're gonna try to take advantage of all these things and have the most amount of fun. That does mean we're gonna have to find a different engine for this boat. And we do have a few motors. I do have one in mind. Somebody brought one to the crab stand and gave it to me. It seems like it would run, although he said it hasn't run in a long time, so maybe we'll go take a gander at that while we are waiting on the fiberglass to kick. For the holes that have water in them, we are gonna put a little 5200 in here because 5200 will actually cure underwater. It is pretty amazing how much water is actually coming out, and you blow in one hole and water shoots out the other. I'll tell you what, I ain't never seen a boat this bad. Leaking quite a bit. I think the rest of it, the fact that it's a Boston whaler, will just somehow make up for it. I think we're good. So we have another motor, a Nissan 5 horsepower, which is right over there. But we do have a bit of a problem. As you can see, there's a bit of a wasp's nest. And I actually don't think I've ever seen a wasp look like that. That's like their black and white stripe. Dude, that's bad. I don't think active. Dude, yeah, they're active. They're enjoying the hot sun. I have this old can of faded bee spray, but like,
piss them off.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Should we spray it and leave it? Luckily, the neighbors got us covered. They got all kinds of stuff. All right, we have multiple options here. These are the kinds of things that you see people like shooting or lighting on fire. All right, don't spray across me.
I'm staying away. If I get in there, I'll be trapped.
All right, aim for the head. 1, 2, 3. All right, we might need some for later. So.
Oh, they're all.
Oh my God, this is when we run, Riley. This is when we get the heck out of here. Oh my God, oh my God. Go to the office, get in the office. This is the part where we run.
All over here.
Oh my gosh, they did not look pleased.
That's content, baby.
Yeah, that's real. You guys think we fake stuff.
All right, now's your time to go there and grab the motor.
Dude, no way, we gotta give them like 10 minutes.
Well, I saw the ones that haven't been sprayed will come out.
They're still pouring out of there. There's probably 100 of them in there. All right, I think expanding foam. Let's get expanding foam. This could be the stupidest thing we've done all day. Actually, today has been completely full of really stupid things, but it's more fun that way, I guess. I know we have some of the good stuff. Well, this is the great stuff. I thought we had the good stuff. All right, we got some expanding foam. I'm gonna try to put that in the bee's nest. Hope they don't have a backdoor entrance on this choker.
Grab that 5 real quick. Oh, was it that hard?
I just want to make, oh my gosh.
Don't drop her a nice Nissan Yamaha.
Nissan. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't like another bee's nest because that thing popped up quick, dude. I just put that 5 on there like 2 weeks ago and that was not there. They work a lot faster than we do, apparently. All right, here we have it. Nissan 5 horsepower. Yes, the same Nissan that brought you guys the GTR and the Juke. Pinnacle of engineering. Japanese engineer did not stop there. They also made outboard motors for a short amount of time. Do they still make motors? I don't know.
That's 100% Yamaha though.
Oh, really?
That's 100%.
Good, then it has a prayer of actually running.
Yeah.
Oh, it does smell like bee spray. A fan actually brought me this to the crab stand, which I appreciate. It was another freebie that actually looks shockingly good. He said it ran. They were gonna throw it in a dumpster. So I said, I'll take it. Here we have it. I might go spray the bee spray off of it real quick, but we probably just have to go through it, get the carb right. It's got a tank on top, which is perfect. It weighs almost nothing, which is also perfect. So I'm gonna spray it off so we don't get bee spray in our eyes.
So we decided it's hot. As you'd know, this ain't gonna survive. We decided to just squirt some thicken in there, 5200 the rest. We're gonna put that 5 horsepower on there. We're gonna see if this thing's really unsinkable. We're gonna fill it up with water and ice and just cruise around the creek. You approve of that one.
The ice is gonna be a little bit shocking today.
Hey, I'll take shocking. But people say it's unsinkable. So all these holes full of water, it should not sink.
It shouldn't sink.
Yeah, John approves.
Fair enough.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Dude, I tried to get it on the freaking stand and the stupid clip is spring loaded and it's just a pain in the butt, so.
Oh, okay, you're still putting it on there. I thought you were gonna leave it like, oh my God, that carb's so easy to get to.
And that board is fighting me today. It's a theme. Everything, the elements is fighting Luke today. It's just the way it is. It's shockingly clean underneath. It is definitely broken. It took a spill at some point, but I don't think it hurt anything, actually.
It's just take these 2 off, the 10 millimeters right there, fuel line, boom, carb's off. It's probably so small, it doesn't even have it's probably the pilot main jet's probably the same thing.
All right, we're set up in the shop. If you guys hear this whirring noise, it's the fan. And we've explained why. Also, you can see, it's kind of gross, man. Now I don't have to hear Riley complain about being covered in fiberglass dust all day.
Well, the way that table was, the cardboard would go back together dirtier than they came apart.
It's true.
Oh. Wish you guys could smell that.
We have 2 quarter-filled cans.
This is bad. Really bad.
All right, pro tip. If you're looking for something to stick through the jets of your tiny carburetor, get a piece of electrical wire, cut the sheathing off, then you can use one single strand to poke your jets out. It works most of the time.
The problem is, since we have this bracket that would be awesome for the 40 horsepower, the 5 horsepower does not fit. So we have the technology here to solve that problem, I guess.
Ooh, yeah,
30 seconds.
Ain't gonna be nothing.
30
you found a
seconds.
drain plug in 30 seconds?
30 seconds.
Holy crap. Problem solved. Well, that problem solved.
Works. It's not one of the wedding ones,
Oh,
is
it
it?
is the wedding one.
Really?
Luke and Lindsay can barely read it. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, with this, your wedding hammer. Yeah, that's what John even said earlier.
All right, so we're not gonna need any of this fancy steering stuff because we have a tiller now, which is the superior way to run a boat anyway. We don't need a drill either. Yeah, we don't need that. I probably don't need these seats. I'll leave this one in because, you know, although it might float out of there, I don't know. This seat, don't need that. We might need it for a paddle to get back, so we'll leave that in here. Beauty rings, there's all kinds of good stuff in here. Stainless hardware, good stuff. All right, the theme of today is that everything's fighting me. It was 110 heat index, and now it started dumping rain, which is great, but we built a cold tub boat, a cold plunge boat to cool down, and now nature did it for us, but we're still going. It's supposed to get really hot again after this, and it'll be humid hot, like gross. We're just gonna send it. We just gotta wait for the rain. We're waiting for the lightning to pass. It's kind of funny because I was like, let's just go get in it because we're gonna be wet anyway, but I get it. The lightning is a little concerning, I suppose. We're waiting for the boat to fill up, waiting for the lightning to pass. Yeah, this isn't usually what you'd want to be doing to your boat, is filling it full of water, but you guys ain't no crabbers, so we got to come up with creative solutions to creative problems.
All the crabbers.
Like being 1,000 degrees outside, so we are filling the boat with water before we launch it. I already did the rounds, and I robbed every boat of every drain plug that we had. If you guys have brake cleaner or drain plug hookup, let us know. We could totally use a load of both of those things.
All right, so the water here at the marina doesn't always smell the best. So I didn't want to like stain our skin, so I figured let's splash a little bleach in there. I didn't know the bleach would turn the water a different color. I thought because it was a murky, clear color, like cloudy. Now it's just yellow. What does it smell like now? It smells clean, it just smells like bleach. That's kind of what you want, but you don't want the yellow. It smells like a swimming pool now.
But it looks like a tub full of pee.
I'd rather smell like bleach, like a swimming pool, than smell like iron.
Cooler is full. Maybe one of the better ideas we've ever had, buddy.
No!
Dude, dude, that's the whole point.
I'm gonna pee this. Like,
Oh, man. Ooh. Oh, it is cold. Dude, this is a great idea. This beats the heat. You know what? I actually like Boston Whaler significantly more after this. Probably have like 200 gallons of water in this thing, plus a cooler. Oh my gosh, this is a freaking creek cruiser, baby. All right, this is definitely one of the better ideas we've ever had. Check it out, dude.
I agree.
Look, we got the freaking cool plunge. It's 110 degrees outside. We got the cooler in the back. Whaler thought of that for us. It's fantastic. We got the 5 Nissan. You know the best part? We have $0 into this entire gig. Maybe like $6 in gas, $2 in oil. And maybe like we actually have more money in the cooler than we have in than anything else. This is great, man. This is fantastic. I love it. Best idea ever. All right, little context. I buy Randy's crabs. He crabs. And he's the neighbor, so you know. Randy, you're gonna love it. You want to drink, Randy? We're beating the heat. We got a pool. No, I'm good. That's so heavy, holy crap.
All right, so I told Luke to mix the gas 50-to-1. He's not very good at math, so he put 30 ounces of gas and 6 ounces of oil in there. He did 5-to-1 mixture. All right, so we got Luke here. He's trying to pour straight gas in there to mess up his mismeasurement he did earlier.
Oh, my mismeasurement? I'm Asian. I don't screw up on the math, bro.
No.
You done did it.
I already told the camera you tried doing 50-to-1 and you ended up doing 5-to-1 by accident.
Please.
He's trying to blame me. I didn't do it.
It wouldn't be a Luke boat build if we couldn't make it to the bar. So we're gonna at least attempt to make it to the bar in the pool boat. We'll keep you updated. We might make it, we might not. I don't know.
I don't know if we will.
We're gonna try.
We have all the safety stuff, 3 life jackets, a throwable, all our wallets,
Flares, whistle, registration.
Yeah, registration, everything. Like, it's all in this bucket, Ziploc bags. We've got shoes and shirts for when we go to the bar.
I mean, technically,
got it all.
is there any like regulation about having water in your boat?
No, this is America, baby. You can sink your boat if you want. It is what it is. Lindsay, get it. We took a turn too sharp. Oh, you got it again! Oh my God, we're gonna sink. Oh my God.
Hold on, I got it.
Front of the boat.
No, I got it.
Bucket. We gotta get a little water out of here.
I got it.
Oh my God.
We're fine.
We're good. All right, we're good. We did lose a little bit of ice, but it's fine. We got plenty of cold drinks. We're good. The unsinkable legend, folks. The unsinkable legend. Oh my God, you can't take a turn too sharp.
This is
I gotta bail
terrifying.
some out of the cooler. Where's all our ice? Dude,
It left. It evacuated the premises, Riley. Drink your drink while it's still cold.
This water's kind of warmer in here now.
Okay.
Come on, you're ready to say
Overcorrect. Come on, Luke. You gotta hold on to the motor.
I'm trying to bail us out, bro.
I bail.
We're good. We're good.
You're not good.
We're fine.
The water level's gotten higher up
We
here.
lost all of our ice.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but we lost all the
I
ice.
don't know how. I think I know how.
That's how you did it.
We made it to the bar. It's awesome. The boat, it was a total success. Oh my God, it's sinking. We're trying to go to 1 million subscribers this year. We're giving away a brand new boat, okay? When we hit 1 million. But before that, every single month, we're giving away a box of Jimmy's Famous Seafood. All my products, crab cake, seasoning, crab soup, you name it, whatever, potato chips is in there. All you gotta do to enter, drop a comment, all right? Drop a comment. Tell me what you think, how would you describe this video in 1 sentence, okay? To enter to win, describe this video in 1 sentence. You could win a $200 value of fresh seafood, all right? Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next Friday at 8:05 a.m. Unless we break down again, then we'll see you a little bit later.